Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2020 drama comedy film, The King of Staten Island. It stars Pete Davidson. Arias is in this. I can't never say his name. I'm so happy to see him having a very successful post Hannah Montana career. I'm very proud of him. Jimmy Tatro's in this for a couple of scenes. He plays a fireman named Savage. Steve Buscemi's in this. Judd Apatow directed this. Pete actually was an executive producer on this project, and Machine Gun Kelly is in this for half a second as well. Pete and MGK are friends, so it makes sense. This is semi-autographical based off Pete's life. Like, we go into mental health issues, we go into depression, the fact that his father in real life was a fireman and died. His dad died in 9/11 when the towers collapsed, but in the movie, he just died in a hotel fire. That's what they say. Saving two people. Bill Burr is in this. Marissa Tomei plays Pete's mom in this. I never would have thought, when all of us were introduced to Marissa Tomei in My Cousin Vinny in the early 90s, and to see her playing a mom for Tom Holland and Spider-Man, a mom character. She plays his Aunt May, obviously, but that motherly role, and then to see her playing a motherly role again within King of Staten Island, I never thought I would see her being such an incredible mom character, but she plays such an incredible mom character. I've said this a bunch of times with Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner is my favorite actress playing a mom. I don't know, it's just something that's just so natural to see on screen. It just works so perfectly. And Marissa Tomei playing a mom character or a motherly influence character, aka Aunt May, it works so well on camera. So kudos to everyone involved. This was deep. This was a very deep movie. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes long. It was very long. So I loved it as a mini series. I liked it as a movie. Does that make sense? This had a lot of scenes that didn't really need to be in there for the flow, for the timing of the film. The film was very long. Very long. But if this was like a 4-hour mini series, I think it would have been great. Like, I mean, it's a great movie. Like, it talks about real life stuff. But I think it would have been better as a miniseries, to be completely honest, instead of a TV show. We could have dived in more on Scott's sister character, more misadventures of Scott walking Bill Burr's character, Ray, to raise kids to school. So how does everyone mingle with each other? It takes place on Staten Island. We open up with Scott and his friends watching the first Purge, which is the fourth Purge in the film series, which takes place in the projects of Staten Island, testing out to see if the Purge as a concept will work for people to, kill and maim for one day a year. Great concept. So, how do we get into this? So, Scott and his friends are like hanging out in the woods, which is really like near a beach kind of a thing. There's like, they're on a bench by the dunes, and like this random 9-year-old named Harold comes over, and he's like looking for his friend, and Pete's like, hey, do you want a tattoo? Because he's like tattooing Moises' character, and the kid's like, yeah, I want a tattoo. So like Pete starts to tattoo the 9-year-old, hysterical, and then the 9-year-old freaks out because it's pain on his arm. Ray, played by Bill Burr's character, who's also a fireman, he confronts Marissa Tomei's character, saying, what's wrong with your son, all these things. And like, she's an ER nurse, so she said that she'll arrange a laser removal for the 9-year-old. Hysterical. I don't know many 9-year-olds with tattoos. And then Ray and Scott's mom start to date for a bit, and then like, things happen. But Pete's lost. He's trying to find himself. His character is lost. He's trying to find himself. So it's a matter of, does he want to continue on with tattooing? Does he want to continue on with art? Because he drew like a Ice Flash character, a comic character for one of Ray's kids, Harold. That they talk about this character all the time, going to school. But then like spending time in the firehouse and going to baseball games and just things. There was an interesting robbery scene where his friends got busted, but like he was lookout, but he was like a bad lookout. A lot could have been delved upon if this was a 4-hour miniseries. I think that would have been great as a 4-episode miniseries. I want to see a director's cut, to be honest, as a miniseries, because a lot of character development went into certain characters, and then like it kind of went away. So like we don't see that his friends in prison for the last half of the film. Like, his friends were a big focus on the first half of the film, but then we don't hear or say nothing for the last half. What happens? the girl he likes since he's like 10 years old. She's off to do, you know, her civil service test, and he's like in lower Manhattan just staring at buildings. Did she pass her civil service test? Like things, you know, like I want more stuff. I thought it was great. I thought it was very appropriate, talking about, you know, certain issues within mental health, within drugs, things of that nature, trying to find your place in life. Yeah, it's really good. Go check it out. It's on HBO. I just watched it on HBO. I think I have it on Vudu as well, but I was on HBO for the last film, so I'm on HBO now. So it all works out. That's all I got. Mucho mahalo.